Avi, one of my buds, posted this article about Twitch discovery. I'm going to link it if you want to read it. I feel like this is a super good article. So this dude used to work at Riot, and he's now he works for a company called Catalyst Esports, which is like a, what do they do? It's like consulting and advising for esports, but also they do like investment banking, like a lot of that kind of stuff. And he posted a pretty good article that I just linked in chat that was mostly just about the problems that Twitch has going forward and how most people kind of think that the big problem that Twitch might run into is losing its big creators. But actually, the real big problem is that they're disincentivizing smaller creators from staying with their platform, which is something we've talked a lot about on this channel, right? It's that smaller broadcasters have way more harder discovery, or no discovery, actually. And I now have like pretty definitive data on this. I've been working with two people who were pulling numbers from basically they're stripping unique viewers and then they're accounting for followers for smaller streams, like your bottom, 400 or 500 streams on popular games like Fortnite. And then we also go like all the way down the list on the browse tab, and there's no discovery. And I'm going to do a video about this and talk about it pretty soon. Destiny is really messed up after his panic attack. I offered to talk to him. I already sent him a message about it. I have personal experience with those panic attacks and stuff, so I could help a lot. But he didn't respond to me on Discord. So if chat wants it, then like get his attention that way. So what I was saying about this was what Avi points out is like what I've been saying for a long time, which is that Twitch's exposed flank is in many ways its core strength, a rich get richer platform. Great for Twitch juggernauts, but without changes by Twitch, it may be only a matter of time until the next generation of talent decides they would be better off trying to grow their brands on another platform, conducive to growth for smaller or mid-sized creators. Unlike the VOD space where YouTube holds court virtually unchallenged, there are vibrant and growing live stream platforms backed by heavy hitters. Microsoft, Google, Facebook, chomping at the bit to get pole position. Despite Twitch's current dominance in gaming live streams, the urgency for the platform to improve stream discovery on the platform has arguably never been higher. This is a really important concept. I think Twitch will suffer because they don't have any way for the next generation of broadcasters to kind of come up. And you can see that they're trying to fix this, or at least address this problem, because they're doing things like the discovery timeline, but it doesn't, and they're modifying the front page, right? So like I have one of the beta front pages, and I showed that, where on the front page it's interesting. You can see games that you might like based on like what you've watched before. So there's an algorithm there. I watch a lot of Rust, so it pulls random streamers from Rust. You see this guy, he has like 1,200 viewers, but the next guy has 391. This guy has 89. So, and then this guy over here has 499. So it's not sorting by number of viewers. It's sorting by some kind of algorithm, or it's random. Well, either way is good. So this is discovery for small streamers potentially. But more stuff like this, hey, it's your boy. More stuff like this has to happen for Twitch to actually succeed as a platform. I'm already thinking about, or I've been thinking for a long time about going to another platform and like what that would entail. But I think ultimately there's just too much risk for me to do it, because you're sacrificing Prime subs and the opportunity that if I actually do get a following on somehow, I mean, like whatever I do, we're trying everything right now. We're trying like YouTube. We're trying, we're gonna do some contests. We're trying to, I'm basically doing everything but actually stream, because I don't think that, I know for a fact that there's no new viewers coming into my broadcast, or if there is, they're coming from external marketing. So this is a whole interesting thing, right? I think Twitch as a platform is in serious trouble if they don't solve this problem inside of 2018. Because all it's going to take is someone with like the will and better development, or I guess more dedicated development to focus on those content creators and feature it. The thing that the only thing that I think Avi doesn't touch on here is that, and this is something that is difficult to touch on unless you actually do it, I think, the big reason why YouTube has remained number one, where he says here, right, that YouTube holds court virtually unchallenged. Well, there are challengers, right? There's Vimeo. There's been other platforms that have tried to take YouTube's views. And one of the big reasons why they can't is because discovery for YouTube channels is still very good, even if you're small. And the reason it is because of recommended channels. So if you go on YouTube, I'm confident posting and spending a lot of time on my YouTube channel, because if I click something or if I'm on a video, a lot of similar stuff will show up on the right side. And this is a really good way for people to find it, much less the keywords, the actual keywords where people can Google this stuff and they'll find it. Like my YouTube views have been growing consecutively since I started posting content. And so have my subscribers, but I haven't noticed that noticeably for Twitch. And if it is, then it's all my own effort that does it. I think the issue is that Twitch might not see it that way, so Twitch will probably stagnate. So it's clear that they understand this is a problem because they're focusing on it a little bit, right, with things like the Discovery Trello that they posted. I don't know if they realize how urgent the problem is. They might think that they are like a YouTube type thing, so that they might think they can get away with it, but no, they'll definitely start hurting pretty soon if they don't fix this. I'm going to DM Avi and ask if he wants to talk about this. They probably do see it as kind of urgent, but engineering a solution for this type of thing isn't too easy. YouTube has a really big head start. They have YouTube, like name brand. If anyone mentions streaming, they're most likely referring to Twitch. For now, yeah. YouTube has been on the top because they're enabling content creators to have income and views and follows. It's really that simple, right? Like, YouTube is staying on the top because if in 2018, there's no doubt that in 2012 it would have been much easier for me to start a YouTube channel. But in 2018, I still feel like I can start a YouTube channel from 1,000 subscribers and I can go somewhere. I definitely don't feel that way about Twitch. And so what'll happen is they'll have 4 or 5 really huge streamers on Twitch, and that's what's happening now. And then as time progresses, right, the newer generation of broadcasters who, and those people will still have followings and they'll be very popular. The newer generation of broadcasters, I think, will start to try to look for these opportunities. And so what happens if the next ninja gets discovered on Mixer and doesn't get discovered on Twitch, right? The game changes. It really does. If Mixer gets a 40K consecutive or concurrent viewer, Twitch streamer, that would have gone to Twitch, I'm not making any sense right now. I need caffeine, man. I might make some. All right, let's try that again. If YouTube, Mixer, or Facebook gets a streamer, and that streamer gets discovered via their platform, and that person has even 10K concurrent viewers that go to that person because their content is good, and that person didn't exist on Twitch before, it changes the game. That only needs to happen once. So Twitch, as a platform, wants as many content creators coming to their platform as possible. Because if they don't, then that happens, and all of a sudden they have a competitor overnight. Mixer is not a real competitor to Twitch because there isn't a streamer on Mixer right now that has a big enough following to really make anybody turn their head. But if you, as a viewer, we're going to make a choice to watch Realm Royale or like Islands of Nine that comes out tomorrow, and you were like, well, there's all these content creators on Mixer that I could watch, or I could go to Twitch. And now you have a decision. It's not just about Twitch. It's not just about clicking the browse tab. That's going to be a real thing. And it doesn't seem like that's at all possible right now, right? It seems like that's a totally remote possibility, but it's not. It's something that could definitely happen. YouTube never gave the choice because content creators still feel enabled by the platform, unlike Twitch, and content creators are able to grow and make income on that platform. People say, well, yeah, but the ads are so bad and everything's like going so bad on YouTube. But the thing is that like ads and were never like the main source of revenue for good content creators on YouTube anyway. So this was made by at esportsguy, Avi, who's dude that I've talked about for a long time, or I've known for a long time. How much influx of completely new viewers are there? Okay, this is a really good question because I think this opens up for an idea. How do I explain this? There's two ways to think about discovery, okay? Discovery, method number one is that people come to your stream via a platform and then they follow it and they become members of that community. The second way is that a community is formed around a person with good content, which is what I personally believe. So if you, with the exception of Twitch right now, if the next ninja, the guy that's like as entertaining, as funny, and as good at a game shows up on Twitch right now with 0 viewers, I think they'll fail, which really sucks. That's 100% Twitch's fault. But if that person does even a little bit of marketing on Instagram, on Twitter, and shows their clips, and their clips get shared, and they go on Reddit, then I think a community forms around that person's skill and around that person's charisma. So what the long game is for Mixer is not to go buy a bunch of streamers by paying like millions of dollars to get them in. What their long game is to force new content creators to make a decision. Should I stream on Twitch or should I stream on Mixer? Right? And because Twitch demands exclusivity, Mixer can abuse this. And they can make it so people will simulcast on other platforms and use Mixer too. Or it might not even be Mixer. It might be a whole nother platform that we haven't heard of yet. Whatever it is, though. If you get discovered, or if people start getting discovered on that other platform, and then it happens a lot, and the news starts to come that if you're a small broadcaster, you can come here and you can get better discovery than Twitch. It'll change the game. And then if you start seeing clips on live stream fails that are from Mixer and not from Twitch, that changes the game too. What's stopping no names from streaming on both initially? Nothing, but they very quickly have to make a decision. Affiliate takes almost nothing to get. You can get affiliate really easily. So once you're affiliate, then you're immediately locked into exclusivity and they enforce it. Why does that person on Twitch fail? We've done a lot of stuff about this on YouTube, but the short of the reason is because discovery on Twitch, which means like if you want to find a small streamer on Twitch, it's impossible, basically. Unless you know exactly what you're looking for. So if you go to like Fortnite, right? Well, the first obvious people are these like gigantic streams. And then it really quickly drops off. So what I've done for the last couple weeks is I've been working with a couple of people, and I worked with more than one so that I could get the right information. And I looked at anybody that's below 50 views on the top 20 games. Okay, so then we're starting here. This is pretty much everybody. This is a massive amount of people, okay? Anyone that's like a small streamer. And we looked at the discovery, a.k.a. how many unique viewers are coming into their stream per hour. And where are they coming from if we can find that out, and what are they doing? And have they followed before? So are they reoccurring viewers, right? Well, below this number is almost utterly zero. There's nobody clicking on these streams. The only people that are clicking on them are existing followers or people from external links. So pretty much no matter what you do, even if you're streaming a game like GTA, the discovery is like this row, and like even here it starts to drop off like crazy, and then you go down here and it's nothing. You'll never ever be found as one of these broadcasters. All these broadcasters are doomed unless they're doing other marketing stuff. And it's sad because a lot of these people are trying to be content creators. But on YouTube, this is not so, right? On YouTube, if I search for something like I searched for like GTA 5 funny moments, and the first thing that came up, or the first two things that came up, were a pretty popular channel, right? But I can go down and I can see here's a couple of people who are not that big, right? And don't have like 1 billion subscribers, but they're number 5 on the list, right? And then I can search, and this is like a really common search term. I can search for something like League of Legends best ADC plays 2018, and like the first two that come up are TSM's channel. But then like down here is a 14K view stream, right? This guy has 20K subscribers, just not like that many. And I'm still like searching like top terms. So these people are still getting discovered on YouTube. This guy's still trying to get 10,000 subscribers. And I have lots of videos on youtube.com/Mylixia, right? /Mylixia. Not lots of videos, but if you sort by views, my most popular video is a 90K viewed Pillars of Eternity video. I have no idea why. And then like a bunch of like weird Hearthstone stuff that I did just for fun. And even some of my self-development stuff has like 5K views. And this channel has less than 1,000 subscribers. This is impossible on Twitch. I can't get any of that kind of stuff on Twitch. The number of unique viewers that I get every day, even though I have a lot of marketing and popularity, is abysmal. I'm shocked that tabletop games and role-playing games have been doing well on streaming. I'm not convinced that they have. I'm convinced that Critical Role is like up and above like the best thing on Twitch right now. Or at least the highest produced show, right? You've got like 7 professional voice actors and literally the world's most like interesting DM. That's like an exceptional show. But I think if you get a bunch of people sitting around playing Scrabble, like no one will give a shit. Doesn't YouTube SEO matter so much? Isn't that what content creators get in trouble for using SEO key terms for non-relevant videos? No. SEO is encouraged by YouTube to do correctly, and if you do correct SEO, you'll get a lot of traction. What YouTube penalizes content creators for is doing stuff like DMCA or like ripping other people's content, that kind of stuff. You're encouraged to use good SEO with Google and to get yourself to the position that you can get to as like as much as possible. Is it possible to unbecome an affiliate? Yeah, I think you can like refuse it, but I don't know like what happens if I don't know what Twitch does if you do that. The thing to remember about platforms like Mixer is like this is a no joke platform. Mixer is backed by Microsoft, and Microsoft has every incentive to own the live streaming space. In the same way that there is a war between Netflix and Facebook and Amazon, right? That are trying to be like, okay, we want to own your content, your VOD content. Like they see that that's the future of TV, and Netflix right now is winning that battle up and beyond. But what that battle is, and the importance of that battle is, if I'm a person, how do I consume my video content? So Netflix put, what was it? It was a huge amount of money, billions of dollars into custom shows that you can only see on Netflix. They did that because they want you to be on that platform. They want you to be paying your subscription to Netflix. Amazon is trying to compete with that with Amazon Prime Video, right? But they don't like really come close. But there's like a bunch of different people that are trying. YouTube Red, same thing, right? Everyone wants to own this space. In the same way, there's a market grab for live streaming. But I think Twitch is kind of like big falling is that they haven't seen it yet. They don't realize like they're so far ahead that I don't know if they like see that they're gonna that they might fall off because Microsoft really wants this space too, and Microsoft has way more incentive than they have just as much incentive as Amazon to own live streaming. Microsoft doesn't really have like a cool thing they're doing. Amazon has Amazon and Google has YouTube. But Microsoft owning this live streaming space make a lot of sense. So there's a lot of smart people at Mixer trying to figure out this problem. And they're not doing that great right now, but someone will.